So hello everybody, and you're very welcome to today's webinar on Barcode Manager. This is a short 30-minute training session for people looking to begin an initial orientation with Barcode Manager, the new tool from GS1 Ireland for managing your barcode numbers and for generating symbols. This tool was launched by GS1 Ireland in August 2015. And it's a brand new tool that we've brought to you based on member feedback to have an easy and simple way to allocate barcode numbers and to store the product information that they're associated with. My name is Maria Shvedar. I'm the Marketing Manager of GS1 Ireland. My colleague Kevin O'Brien in the marketing department will also be working on these training webinars with me. So if after today's session you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to drop either one of us an email or to contact the Membership Services Help Desk. So what is on our agenda for today? So over the next 30 minutes, we're going to run through an overview of Barcode Manager, what you need to use it, how to log in and access the tool. We'll touch on managing your company prefix. So this is the license that you have obtained from GS1 Ireland. And we'll run through two of the most common activities, which is allocating a barcode number and setting up a product for a retail or consumer product, and also for an outer case. We'll also look at generating barcode symbols themselves if you need to do it, how to purchase symbol credits for the symbol generation tool, and then a handy little tip at the end is to look at the express allocation feature, and then we'll direct you to some other further sources of information and help. So first off, what is Barcode Manager? Well, it's very simply an online tool that we have designed to help business owners and brand managers to quickly and accurately allocate barcode numbers and to store basic product information. The tool is available online and it's accessed through the members area of the GS1 Ireland website. It's available to you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for you to manage and allocate barcode numbers. And a big feature of Barcode Manager is the fact that it is an external database of the barcode numbers and products that you've allocated. So it's a great backup to have if you lose information internally, or perhaps there's staff changes and somebody new is taking over the barcode allocation function. It's very handy to have an external reference there of the kinds of items that you've allocated. The tool is very simple to use, as you'll see over the next few slides, and it's suitable for all organization types. So whether you're running your own company, an SME, or you're a major multinational, and regardless of which industry sector you're in, whether it's food, consumer goods, DIY, or within the healthcare space, you can use Barcode Manager to manage your barcode number, or as we call them, GTINs, GTIN, Global Trade Item Numbers. So it's a great tool for managing the allocation of barcode numbers. So what do you need in order to get started? So there's a few basic requirements. First of all, you need to be a paid up member of GS1 Ireland. So if your license fees are outstanding, you won't be able to access the tool. You need an active GS1 company prefix starting with the digits 539. So this is one of the Irish number bank, the digit starting 539. And that covers the different prefix sizes. So whether you have a 7, 9 or an 11-digit prefix, you can use Barcode Manager. You'll also need a login for the members area of our website. So this is your email address and a password. We'll touch on that in a few moments. And finally, if you need to generate barcode images, you'll need some symbol credits. So first off, let's get started and log in to Barcode Manager. So there's a couple of links right across our website to it, and the master link is gs1ie.org/barcode manager. Okay, so there's, as I said, a couple of ways to log in and get started from the homepage of our website, gs1ie.org. You'll see across the homepage and throughout the site there's a number of different places where you can log in. So up at the very top of the screen there is the members area link and the login link. In the quick links on the right hand side there's a specific login to Barcode Manager. And across the middle on the right hand side there's the main login area for the members area. So any one of those four will bring you through to the members area dashboard where you can get started with Barcode Manager. In terms of logging in, as I said a moment ago, you'll need your username, which is your email address. So this is the email address that's registered on your account with GS1 Ireland, and you'll need a password. If you know your email address is already registered with GS1, perhaps you bought your license online and you've forgotten your password, you can use the forgotten password link there at the bottom and the system will resend you a link to reset your password. If you're new to your organization or there's been some staff changes or you simply want to check if your email address is registered, please give us a call on the help desk or email us at helpdesk@gs1ie.org and we can check the system and get your email and username set up for you. So when you've logged in, you'll come through to the members area dashboard and on the bottom left, you'll see a specific button for Barcode Manager. So this is the login link that will bring you directly to the Barcode Manager dashboard. And this is what it looks like when you arrive onto the dashboard. So this is the kind of the control panel from which you can navigate around Barcode Manager and go through all the different functions. So the main features of the system are as follows. First one on the left, you'll see prefix management. So you click in and out of that option if you want to manage your actual prefixes and your number banks. This is particularly relevant if you've got more than one company prefix and you want to switch between the number banks. The My Products menu item, so this brings you into your catalogue. So all the different products that you've created and allocated barcode numbers to. The export products link enables you to download the product information, for example, into an Excel sheet that you've already set up. And for more advanced users that have product information already, there's a facility to import product information for barcode numbers you may have already allocated. As you use Barcode Manager, you'll notice on the left-hand side at all times are details of your active prefix. So the prefix that you're working with at all times, and it'll show, depending on your number bank size, how many products you've allocated. So in this example, I've allocated 11 products so far, and out of my bank of 1,000 numbers, I still have 989 available to me. So when you click on the prefix management link, it brings you to a screen like this. So in this example, I only have one prefix allocated to my company. You can see that it's a range size of 1,000 numbers. So it's a 9-digit prefix and it shows me all the available numbers I have from 000 to 999. And you can see those highlighted in the orangey red text in the middle. It's showing me also the next available number in my sequence, so it'll be number 14, and I've added 11 products to date. So this is the main control panel for actually managing the prefix number banks. When you log in, your prefix will automatically be available to you. And there's a range of different actions that you can do with this prefix. We'll look at the first two today. So when we look at our prefix, we are going to do one of two things. We're either going to add a new product into that number bank range, or we're going to just set it as active. Obviously, if there's only one prefix, by default, that's the active prefix. And we're going to go to the My Products, so the catalogue of products that we have in the system. In getting started with Barcode Manager, the one thing we do need to be aware of is that products exist in a hierarchy or a set of levels determined by their packaging. So these 4 levels going up in size start off at the bottom level, so the individual unit, the base unit or each. And this is essentially the consumer unit or retail unit or the single item that exists. So we always start off barcoding at the bottom of the hierarchy with the single unit. Moving up then, we may have multi-packs or inner packs. The next level up then are items packaged into an outer case. And the next level up from that again is for pallets. So we'll be looking at two levels today. We'll be looking at the base unit or each, which is the consumer unit, and we'll be looking at outer cases. So getting started with allocating a GTIN or barcode number for a consumer unit. So again, we recommend you start off from the dashboard in your system. And to allocate a product, you can get into the My Products catalog through a whole range of different links. So it's quite easy to navigate. There's plenty of options. So you can use the My Products link on the left-hand side. You can click through on the Express button to view products. Or you can click on the 11 products or whatever number of products that you've allocated, and that'll also bring you through to the product catalog. So this is what the product catalog page looks like. Obviously, if you're only starting out from scratch, the page will be empty. There'll be no products listed. But in my demonstration page here, you can see that there's 4 products listed there. The packaging level is indicated, so whether they're a base unit or an outer case. My brand, the product description that I've put in. If you're using internal numbers or SKUs codes, you can include those. The next column shows the barcode number or GTIN allocated to the product. And the final link, the barcode, is a sort of a shortcut through to the barcode symbol. So in order to add a product, we can click on the blue Add Product button that you'll see on the right-hand side. And that brings us through to the first screen. So we're going to walk through about 6 steps. There's only about 3 pages in total for the whole system. So step 1 is to pick the packaging level that we're going to start off with. So we're going to start off at the bottom with the consumer unit. So you'll see that highlighted there in orange. So you just tick the little radio button to the left where it says consumer unit and click the blue next button at the bottom of the screen. Step 2 is to pick the type of packaging that you're utilizing for this product. On the left, you'll see a drop-down menu with a list of all the different types of packaging. So you pick the option that is most closely related to the type of packaging that you're using. So whether it's a jar, a can and a cylinder, a bottle, a multi-pack, a tub, a flow-wrapped item, and so on. So simply pick the type of packaging you're using from the drop-down and click the blue Next button. That brings us into the main information page for describing our product. So you'll see highlighted there in orange with the line around it is the barcode number that has been allocated to this particular product. So 539-152-592-0153. So that's the complete 13-digit number that's been allocated to this consumer unit, complete with item reference and check digit. You can then fill out the optional information on this page, such as your brand. So this could be your company name, the functional name of the product, which describes the type of product that it is, whether it's soup, shampoo, a drink, and so on. And at the bottom there with the asterisks, you'll see the one and only mandatory field that exists. So the product or trade item description is the only mandatory field on the page, and that's the one you need to fill out so that it describes the product that you've allocated this barcode number to. If you've used some of the fields above, such as brand, functional name, you can tick the little autofill box and it'll automatically complete the description based on the information you've already entered. So there's a quick example of one I filled out earlier. So I've set up a bottle of Farmer Joe's apple cider in light. I've put in the net content, so there's 330 ml in the bottle, and I've auto-filled the description, so it's pulled all the information from above and completed the mandatory field Farmer Joe's apple cider light, 330 millilitres. Moving on then, depending on how much information you want to include in your product specification sheet, there are a range of other optional fields that'll help you describe your product. You can fill out details of the weight of the product. So this is the overall weight of the item. So say in this example, including the bottle. and the dimension, so the physical size of the bottle itself. Again, in terms of dealing with retailers, you may be required to submit some of this information for them to manage warehouse space, and transport. Weights and measures become quite important. So under both the weights, you'll see the little drop down. You can pick what way the item is weighed, whether it's pounds and ounces or grams and kilograms. And the same under the dimension side, you can pick the range of options for what way the product is measured. So obviously the most common ones are milliliters and centimeters. The next range of, again, optional information is other information that is further describes the product. So on the options on the left, you can tick whether the item is a consumer unit, a dispatch unit, or an invoice unit, for example. So typically at base unit, we'd only be ticking the first one, that this is a consumer unit, as most items then are actually sold based on the case and are invoiced based on the case. But depending on your product, it could be relevant. For example, if you were selling very expensive whiskey, they may be sold by the single bottle, so it would be a consumer unit, a dispatch unit, and an invoice unit. So this information will very much depend on your product. From the drop down on the right hand side, you can select the country of origin, such as Ireland, and you can complete some additional contact information, such as your website address and an email address that consumers can contact you. If you like, you can also upload a product picture. These can be up to 2 megabytes in size and can be GIF or JPEG files. And at the bottom of the screen, you just click Next. So those couple of steps is all that's required to set up a consumer unit in Barcode Manager. At the end, you'll get a short summary page that looks like this, that details all the information that you've entered. So it shows you the barcode number, your prefix, your brand name, the product description, and any weights and dimensions information that you've included. At the very bottom of the screen, you'll see a blue button called Print Product Summary. This is a very useful feature, as it'll generate a PDF for you in a new screen, again showing you all the product information. So you can save this to a computer or print it off and keep it on file as a record of the barcode number you've allocated and which product it is allocated to. So when you finish complete on those steps for setting up a consumer unit, it'll bring you back to your catalogue page. So as you build up a whole collection of products, your catalogue will grow. And if at any time you want to go back in and edit a product, whether it's just a tweak to the product name, or to correct a spelling mistake, or to even add more information, maybe you left out some of the optional information that initially, you can go in and click on any one of the product names, so you'll see them all highlighted in orange there in the middle, and by clicking on any of those, it'll open up the product for you and you can make further edits. So this is what it looks like when you go into the editing. So the previous screens that we saw where there was all the fields together, they're now displayed in a range of different tabs across the top of the screen. So you'll see the navigation tabs there, and you can just click in between each one, whether it's the details, which is the product description, the measurement information, the optional information, such as is this item a consumer unit, where you upload the picture, you can click on the symbols, or you can go back into the product summary sheet. So the little tabs across the top enable you to navigate through the various sections for any one product. If you've made a mistake, perhaps you've entered a product incorrectly, and you need to delete the product, at the bottom of each screen in the edit function, you'll see a red delete button. Clicking on this button will enable you to do one of three things. Either don't delete the product if you've clicked on it by mistake, and it'll cancel you out of that action and bring you back to the catalogue. And then the two options here highlighted in yellow. So if you delete and set, this means it deletes the product and it makes the barcode number available for allocation again. So you can use that number for another product. Or if you're removing a product, but you don't, if you maybe the product actually went into circulation and you don't want the barcode number to be reused, you can click delete only. So that was looking at allocating the steps for a barcode number for a consumer unit. And now we're going to move on to allocating a barcode number for an outer case. And essentially the steps are exactly the same. So we'll move through it very quickly. So again, the first thing you'll have to do is indicate to the system the packaging level. So again, on the first screen, we're going to move up to the third item there from the bottom. So you'll see it highlighted in orange. We're going to click the little radio button beside outer case and click next. And all of the information and the steps are exactly the same for an outer case, with the exception that there are just two extra pieces of information that we need to include in the system. So first off, we need to pick the item that's contained within the case, and then we need to indicate the quantity or how many of those items are included within the case. So after you've picked outer case from the packaging hierarchy, you'll see your product catalogue and you'll see all the base units that you've already allocated. So I suppose useful tip number one here is to make sure that you always allocate the base unit or consumer unit barcode first and then move on to the outer cases. So on the right hand side you'll see the little select button. So you just tick the one right beside the product that you want to utilize and create an outer case for. And that brings you on to the second screen. So there's two pieces of information here. The first thing we have to do is add the count. So we had picked lemon curd as the item contained within this case. So we will just type in how many jars of the lemon curd are contained within the outer case. The other thing that's very important to remember is to update the trade item description. So again, we probably just need to include the word case. So it would be a case of Moe's Local lemon curd. Again, this is the only mandatory field in the system, so you'll see that with the little asterisk beside it. And after we've finished going through those steps, allocating our outer case, we'll return back to the product catalogue. So this is the main navigation page for managing your products. And you'll see there, after allocating the case, the first level, you'll see all your base units, your consumer units, and you'll also see a little drop down beside those that are a case. Okay, so moving on to actually generating the barcode symbol then as part of the Barcode Manager tool. Again, this is done from your product catalogue. And you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a quick little sort of shortcut. So this brings you into the editing part of the product, but it brings you straight onto the tab for barcode symbols. So you'll see again the navigation tabs across the top. We're in the symbols section. And because this is a base unit, it is suggesting an EAN 13 barcode symbol for the product. You'll see here that in the system I have available credits of 41. So you need 1 credit for each symbol that you wish to generate. If you're short of symbols, you can click on the link underneath, purchase barcode image credits now, and this will bring you back to the website to purchase credits. So if you're happy to proceed, you click the blue button, create an EAN 13 barcode. You'll get a little pop-up just confirming that this is going to deduct a point from your available credits. And if you're happy to proceed, you click the Create Barcode button. So that refreshes the screen and you'll see we have a high resolution image then of the barcode. We have two options for downloading the symbols. The first, the most common, is to download a raster image. So these are suitable if you are printing your own labels and you want to include a JPEG, a PNG or a GIF file. So you just click on the blue button there, download raster image, and it'll download it to your computer. If you are working with a Mac or you have any artwork software or you're working with a graphic designer, you may prefer to get a PostScript image such as an EPS file. So by clicking on that button, you'll get an EPS file instead. When you're finished, you can come back to the dashboard. As I said, to get symbol credits, you can get these either straight from the dashboard. It'll show you at all times on the dashboard your available points, how many is available. And there's a link back to the members area of the dashboard if you need to purchase additional credits. So that link brings you back into your own personal dashboard, your own account with GS1. From the list of products available, you can select symbol generation service, so the images. You can buy these singly, sort of 1 credit. You can buy a bundle of 5, or you can buy a bundle of 10. And the more you buy, the cheaper they are. So you simply purchase that through the members area of the dashboard. If you pay by credit card, the credits will automatically be applied to your Barcode Manager account so that you can continue on using Barcode Manager. So finally, a very handy little feature of Barcode Manager is the Express Allocation tool, and this is really created for the days when you need a barcode in a hurry. There's 2 ways to access it. You'll have seen both on the dashboard. There's an orange button called Express Allocation, and also within the My Products screen, where the product catalogue is shown, there is also an Express Allocation button. With the Express Allocation feature, the only field you need to complete is the one mandatory field, which is product description. So when you click Product Express Allocation, the next available number is allocated. Again, it's always highlighted in the orange box at the top of the screen. You complete the trade item description, so the mandatory field, and you click Next. And that's complete. Again, exactly the same for Express Allocation for an outer case. You have the same step, but you do have to fill in the 2 extra pieces of information, such as item and quantity. So again, Express Allocation for an outer case, you complete the trade item description. You put in the quantity of the base units that are contained. So, summary and wrap up. As I've said, in the control panel and also available from our website are 4 different quick reference cards that talk you through in sort of very basic steps how to manage your prefixes, how to allocate a barcode number for a consumer unit, how to allocate a barcode number for an outer case, and there's also one for the Express Allocation tool. So these are available to download from our website. And finally, I suppose, why use Barcode Manager? So the reasons we've created, as you'll have seen from the few screenshots that we went through there, that it is very, very fast. There's only a couple of steps that you need to complete in terms of including the product information and description. The system will automatically and accurately allocate the next available number in your sequence, so helping you to avoid any errors in allocating the barcode number or calculating the check digit, and ensuring that you don't allocate the same number to 2 different products. It's quite simple to use. It stores all your product information online for you and allows you to print off a product summary sheet to keep on file or to share with trading partners. It's ideal as a secure and external backup database of all your barcode numbers that have been allocated. There are handy tips there in terms of the visuals as to where to place the barcode on your packaging. And finally, if you need to use the image generation feature, you can generate barcode symbols in a range of different file formats, including JPEG, GIF, EPS. So what do we recommend next? I do strongly recommend that you download the quick reference card so that you can see the steps in allocating a barcode number. We'd really encourage you now to log in and actually explore Barcode Manager and try it out with your own prefixes. Allocate some products and some outer cases. When you're finished, you can print and save your product summaries. You can also download or export a data set of products that you have created. And if you need the symbol images, you can generate those online. In a few weeks' time, when you've become familiar with the basics of the system, we will be running advanced training courses, and this will look at some of the more advanced features in terms of prefix management and data import. I'd like to thank you all for attending today, and we look forward to hearing from you if you have any questions. Thank you.